Good morning and welcome all to the Amir Shakur Speaks Morning Show with your host Amir Shakur. That's me, and it's May 6th, and moving right along through the month as usual, and it's at a slow but consistent pace, I should say. Yep. Well, if you're just joining us for the first time, you are part of Amir Shakur Speaks Morning Show with the sharpest mind in urban media. Okay, did you see that? See that on the sign? It did not lie. It didn't lie. Anyway, so we're opening up once again on a note that it's got a lot going on in the news cycle, and if you haven't, please like, subscribe, and share, and you can come into the VIP room at Amir Shakur Speaks News and or the Amir Shakur Speaks broadcast channel, I should say, and join our VIPs. They're already hard at work. They're doing their thing, and we appreciate them putting it down for success today. And today, if you're watching this segment, hold on, I think we got an echo. Do we got an echo? Oh, that's better. That's a lot better, right? All right. So we had an echo. Don't hear it anymore. Let's see. All right. Yeah, I'm feeling better, guys. I was a little bit out of the weather yesterday, but anyway, back to the schedule. And thank you guys for asking. Today's show is sponsored by the Urban Daily Media and ASN News. And remember, your voice matters. So stand up and speak out. And Canada, make some noise. And UK, make some noise. Chi-Town and wherever you're catching the show at, and Al Jazeera Network, we appreciate you guys. So we're going to start off the news cycle with, we previously reported that the Spirit Airlines had roughly shut down, and the airlines has officially ceased all operations this week. So if you guys are trying to catch a flight for Spirit somewhere, be very, very careful if you have tickets, because it's over with, and the carriers are concurrently offering. Other carriers are offering, as we speak, reduced fares to stranded passengers who were left stranded over the last couple of days. So believe me, if you have a Spirit Airlines return flight anywhere, it's not going to be honored, and you will be left at the airport. So find your ticket, make alternative measures, and we'll move on from there. So, Spirit Airlines was a staple in the community, especially because they offered economy fares for a long time. We don't have that anymore, so it's over with. So your voice matters, right? Thank you, VIPs. You know what? What do you guys think? What do you guys think about Spirit? Were you a Spirit customer? That's okay. Thank you. My voice is better. No echo. Okay, thank you. See, my VIP guys always keep up. They got my back. All right, your voice matters. Yep, your voice matters. And if you've flown Spirit in the past, it's a sad day, but there are reports about investors looking to buy the Spirit option. So I think that might be something that we might want to look at, and I will report about that, only because honestly, I have flown Spirit in the past, right? And I've flown Spirit. I'm not too proud to say that I haven't, and Spirit Airlines was cheap, but I never wanted to fly with them. Yeah, I mean, there's others out there that are even more economy level than Spirit Airlines. And if you ever caught a blue bus, I've never caught that. But if you ever had that, I think it might be defunct now. That's a little bit on the lower level side, to say the least. But here we go. Excuse me, still getting over COVID. If you guys are flying with Spirit or have flown with Spirit, if you're just joining us, just know I am. I'm going to say that it's over with, and the dream is over. Your tickets will not be honored, and don't go back to the airport looking to fly home or anything like that. Find you an alternative route. We're warning you up front, because it's not going. You're trying to keep your job. Okay, well, you can keep it for another hour or so, and then we'll have to think about where we go from there. Okay, trying to keep your job. Spirit was cheap, but luggage costs brought the price close to Southwest. Yeah, those luggage rates gotta hit us real hard, and that's something that airlines do. It's another hustle. It's another hustle, and we see you. But anyway, let's get on to the rest of the news for the folks who were joining us. And if you're just joining in, we're talking about good old Spirit Airlines, and what it is versus what it was, I should say, and what it isn't going to be anymore. So that's what it is. What it's not going to be is it's not going to be in a airlines that you can travel anymore because it's over with, and you're not. They officially ceased operations, and we're not going to honor, or we're not going to expect anyone to honor those tickets, and hopefully they can do something with refunds or something for you guys. I mean, legally it would be the right thing to do, but as of right now, Spirit Airlines has officially ceased all operations this week following the failure of the federal bailout plan, which was promised by Mr. Trump. And other carriers are currently offering reduced fares to stranded passengers. So there is some hope. So just know that there's some hope, and we'll continue monitoring the situation as best. Okay, all right. So let's move on to the rest of the news. Down to Chicagoland, good old Chi-Town, the Windy City. The monitoring program here in Chicago. Let's pull that up. And Chicago aldermen are calling for an increased oversight on how Cook County enforces warrants and tracks individuals on electronic monitoring following the recent slaying of an officer. So I guess what they're saying is monitoring isn't working. It hasn't worked, and it's definitely something that's in today's headlines. So let's look at a little bit about the video and see what's going on right there in Chi-Town with the monitoring program. My kind of town, the Windy City. But if there is a issue with monitoring, I think it needs to be globally well known. We're going to pull up the video right now, and we'll see exactly what's going on. And give us 1 second while we check out the video. Are you guys ready for the video? Yes. Okay, let's go. Do you have it? Okay, there we go.
In an unusual step, the Cook County State's Attorney is speaking out against the system of ankle bracelets and electronic monitoring that's currently in use. She says it's not effective, and her office will be seeking detention in all cases that warrant it. The announcement comes as the man accused of killing one Chicago police officer and seriously injuring another officer makes an additional court appearance today. Charlie Husky's live for us at 26th in California with more. Charlie.
Well, Marion, electronic monitoring has always been a way for judges to address the concerns of Illinois' Safety Act, which requires pretrial release in all but the most dangerous cases. Now, in this case, that is something the state's attorney is bringing up. It's been a hot potato for quite a while, political hot potato, and now she is turning up the temperature.
Electronic monitoring system is broken. It does not work.
The Cook County State's Attorney this afternoon lashing out at the current electronic monitoring system, one that permitted Alfonso Talley to allegedly disregard his monitor and continue a crime spree that ended in the shooting death of Chicago police officer John Bartholomew and the severe wounding of his partner.
Electronic monitoring is not an alternative to detention. It does not keep people safe.
Eileen O'Neill Burke came to 26th in California after a second hearing for Talley. This one in front of John Fitzgerald Light, the same judge who placed Talley on electronic monitoring after he was arrested for carjacking and armed robbery over the objections of prosecutors.
If we ask for detention, we make sure that we put every bit of information in front of a judge to establish why we believe this person presents a danger, as we did in this case.
Among those attending Talley's hearing today, which continued until June, was wounded former Chicago police officer Carlos Yanez Jr., who says he has been frustrated by rulings from Cook County judges in cases like these.
It's always a continuance. They just keep lengthening the case on, and the families and the victims have to go through so much pain, reliving the moments.
Burke says she has to work within the law, but there are things her office can do to make it harder for violent criminals to be released before trial.
The state's attorney's office is going to continue to ask for detention each and every time we believe someone presents a danger.
Now, right now, the electronic monitoring system is administered by the Office of the Chief Judge here in Cook County. Late this afternoon, we did reach out to that office for a comment on Burke's statements. We have yet to hear back from them.
All right, guys. So if you're joining us for the first time or just joining us, we're talking about the monitoring system in Chicago, Cook County, that is. And basically what's going on right now is that, several older women are calling for increased oversight in how Cook County enforces its warrants and tracks individuals with electronic monitoring following the slaying of an officer. Definitely a sad state of affairs. And, we'll keep monitoring that to see what's going on. It's definitely something that we have to put a lot of attention on. Speaking about something that we have to put a lot of attention on, gas price impact. If you've been watching the pumps and really having to hit the pumps hard, something else is always getting hit hard. It's your pocketbook. So gas prices are now surpassing $6 in Chicago. In most areas, roughly you're looking at $6 for regular gas. Ouch. Anyway, rideshare drivers and volunteer programs like Meals on Wheels in DuPage and Kane counties, that's Illinois, are reporting significant operational struggles. Over $6 in gas to maintain and try to get people around, and it's something that it's like what gives, but we know that we are seeing the deliberate increase in gas prices because of what's going on in the Middle East crisis in Iran and the lack of oil being able to get through international shipping transports, like the Strait of Hormuz being the main one. But the barriers are high, and significantly your costs are going to increase because of that. And we need a break. We're going to need a break. And what gives, Mr. Trump? I mean, you guys had all of the answers before you started this escalation. Do you still have the answers? $6 a gallon for regular gas that started out as $3.50, and now it's almost surpassing $6 in most regions. Ridiculous. We've gone up at least $3. I mean, it's just ridiculous. I'm gonna say it like this. I'm gonna say that the American public has to feel some kind of resemblance of just outrage, for lack of better use of the word. And as we're seeing these gas prices decline, we're gonna see them continuously go up through the summer and the holiday season. So we'll see where they end up at. But right now, you're looking at mostly $6 or more per gallon per barrel. And that's for regular. That's for 87. And then if you want 92, good Lord, it goes up from there. So let's go ahead and pull up the news report from USA Today, or to NBC Today, I should say, or Today. And we'll go ahead and play that.
This morning, Americans nationwide are feeling a major pinch at the pump.
This is ridiculous. $4.25 for regular.
Regular gas prices surging to their highest levels in nearly 4 years as negotiations to end the war between the U.S. and Iran remain deadlocked. The average cost for a gallon of regular now stands at nearly $4.23. A big blow to American wallets already under pressure.
Saw $3.89. Went over to Harris Teeter, saw $4.19. Why not save a little bit of money?
Out west, drivers seeing the highest overall prices, with a gallon of gas exceeding $5 in several states, while in California, prices are averaging nearly $6 a gallon. Couldn't be worse. with the summer travel season just weeks away.
Americans are probably reevaluating their summer travel plans, which could actually further drive gasoline prices up.
The spike as officials struggle to reach a deal to reopen the Strait of Hormuz, a critical route for global oil.
That could eventually lead to gas prices that could approach or set new records.
And even if it reopens soon, industry experts anticipate gas prices to continue rising, as high as $4.50 on average in the coming weeks.
I do think there will be tightness for at least the coming year plus.
Rising jet fuel prices are driving up airfares too, with some airlines already cutting flights ahead of the busy summer season.
Christine, another big story, the Federal Reserve meeting today to decide whether to raise or cut interest rates. Got this inflation story going on. What are you expecting?
You know, the Fed is not expected to trim interest rates at this meeting. We're going to watch to see if the Fed signals a rate hike is equally likely as a cut later this year because of the threat of inflation from those oil prices because of the war with Iran. Also, this is Jay Powell's last meeting as chairman, Savannah. A big question is whether he bucks tradition and stays on as a governor on the Fed board until his term ends in early 2028. So we'll look for some succession drama there.
All right, Christine, thank you very much.
All right. Looking at, phenomenal gas prices at the pump, and it's no relief for you and I right now in sight. And as we're seeing the current attacks in the Middle East continuously going, and the failure of the Trump administration to address the problem, specifically the economy, and is in a backflow, and concerns whether inflation and the cost of living are going up and increasing despite promises by the administration to lower prices. And the second term was marked by high inflation and rising grocery costs and housing costs. And it's not even just the Iran escalation. It's a trade war that Trump started, which was unnecessary, and placed tariffs on most goods. And then, tariffs and trade volatility have led to a decline in manufacturing jobs and wider economic uncertainty. So what it means is that if you have a pocketbook, it's going to be light. Why? Because it's going to be empty, because there's nothing in it because of these failed policies. And, it is an abuse of executive authority. The Trump administration have used executive orders to circumvent Congress, and, even including attempts to end birthright citizenship. And, there's just a cluster of weakening oversight that the administration has fired into numerous segments of American society, which, it's not working. And, one commentator said they don't do this well. Well, I think it's an understatement. They don't do it at all, because, what happens is the erosion of the norms that you normally see with the administrations. It's slowly been changed. And, observers and researchers, I should say, have noted that a rapid deterioration of democratic standards, with some reports citing significant drop in global ratings, and also the U.S. democracy abroad. Our allies are seeing what we're seeing, the same thing: the abuses of power, democracy, and polarization of government. The administration has been described as the weaponizing of the Department of Justice, also the targeting. It's just a cluster of things that we're seeing wrong. So, when do we get back to a norm? I can't say, but what I can say is that, we are seeing, we're seeing an administration like never before. What do you guys think, VIPs? Okay, we got VIPs got a lot to say about this. Let's see. Oh, if it goes to $9.99, I won't be surprised. Well, let's hope gas doesn't go to $9.99. That would be, a high level impeachment. There might be some, I would shudder to think. Anyway, Sam's Club was $4.63 yesterday. Okay, Sam's was $4.70 a few days ago. It was 519 yesterday. It's crazy. Taco wondering why there is an attempt to look at what he's doing, but people are angry and frustrated, mad, no excuse harm Charco, but think about what you are doing. Yeah, Trump, think about what you're doing and stop doing it. The cost of coffee products has increased a lot. Of course. A lot of goods. Everything has become expensive. Food, gas, rent, childcare. I mean, it's just a cluster. So with that in mind, you guys, I gave you a sneak peek, but we're gonna say the biggest loser. Let's put that up in bold. Biggest losers of the week is not just the Supreme Court. You guys need to take that down because it's not them. Well, it was them. They still are losers, but let's go to the real loser of the moment and let's find that. But we'll leave this one up for now. And it's a hard act to follow, but there you go. There's your biggest loser for the week, and he's consecutively the biggest loser. And why is Mr. Trump the biggest loser for the week? He's the biggest loser because of high gas taxes, the abuses in democracy, abuses of power, and polarization of government. This administration has weaponized everything they can against the American people. And while they're weaponizing it, they're saying that they're working on behalf of the American people. But hey, with friends like this, do we really need enemies? So I'll throw my hands up in the air and say, when we're watching the American government like never before in American history. To the bureaucracy, it is a fundamental shift in how power is exercised, far from the eyes of the people, which it's meant to serve. So what we just need a call to action. It's an erasure of institutional memory, to say the least. And we have to now currently reclassify civil servants to, Trump administration to civil level oppressors. It's just, oh my God, we are losing institutional knowledge required to keep the people safe and protected and feel good. And it's just the opposite. I mean, we are seeing an oppression of the people under this administration like never before. What we are seeing is a deliberate increase and strategic reduction like never before. So the institutions you thought were protecting you, they're doing the opposite. If it's DHS, which is responsible for Homeland Security, basically they are weighing down on the American people. Instead of protecting them, they're criminalizing them. Like we've seen with the ICE movement, or if it's the FCA, which is responsible for federal communications and highlighting good communications. Basically, they're going in and they're weighing down against communications, like they're going after Jimmy Kimmel and late night pundits and Disney. And I mean, it's what they should do. It's the opposite in this bizarro inside out world of Donald Trump that, we just have never seen anything like it. And nor will we ever see anything like it in Chicago, national, federal, international history. It just doesn't work, and it's not going to be. So I'm gonna segue into one piece, and then we'll get back. But if you got a comment, come on into the Amir Shakur Speaks broadcast channel, and let's put up that banner, and let's look at that banner, and that would give the email, which is AmirShakurSpeaks@gmail.com. And you guys, go ahead and say that how you feel, which brings us to the next segment. Good morning, by the way. Another one of our VIPs just entered the room. You're late. You're late. What's wrong with you? I'm just joking. But anyway, the biggest losers was Mr. Trump, yes, and he's the biggest loser of the year. Okay, I hear you. Okay, so let's go ahead and get to the segment you guys know and love so much. A picture can tell 1,000 words, right? So what is the picture that you guys have? And here's the thing for the folks who don't know. Send your pictures. If you got a picture of, your baby who just, regurgitated gerbil all over you, and you want a picture of that and you want to send it in, send it in. I don't care. I'll find something to speak on about it. And I guess you guys want to see what I'm going to say, so you're sending pictures of whatever, and that's fine. I'll take it, because I'm the sharpest mind in urban media, so I'll always have something to say about it. You never see me be short-winded. So let's get on to the get on, and there it is. Wow. What is it? Is it the cool Kermit look? What is it? So is this a AI or is this your frog? Which one is it? I'm probably gonna say that, I know that, frogs don't do, maybe he's doing something like this. I don't know. Anyway, okay, so let's see. All right, well, I'm gonna say we're gonna name him not Kermit's already been taken, so let's say Curvin. Hey, Curvin, you look kind of cool with your cool fingers up in the middle of the air, and are you saying the hell with the world because it looks like you got a little mini globe going on, or you saying the hell with everybody? But anyway, I think it's a decent picture. I just wish I knew what it was. And Curvin, you definitely got something going on. I mean, I kind of think you'd probably be like maybe the Arthur Fonzarelli of the frog world, and you're saying, hey, what up, y'all? What up, yo? I'm here though. Anyway, if this is AI, then cool. If it's not AI, this is definitely unique, individually unique picture. Let's say that. So thank you for sending that in, and give me a small statement when you guys send in your picture, so I can kind of see what the moment is capturing. Is Curvin getting ready to jump off the rock and jump right into your face and attach himself? I don't know, whatever it is. But there you go, Curvin. You still look cool. I'm gonna give you half a cool point for that one, and that's how we evaluate it. You get one. If you do a great job, if you guys send this picture, you get one cool star. This one, we're going to give it half a cool point. And, Kermit, keep up the good work being cool. You're a cool frog, and I'm going to tell you, your cousin Kermit is out there. He's done some big things. So maybe you guys can, get together or something at one point. Anyway, get out of here. Get out of here. You're a sharp cookie, Amir. Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I like to think of not so much a cookie, but a brownie. You know what I'm saying? A chocolate brownie. You made me cough on air, and I'm mad at you for that. Now, why did you do that? Oh my God, you just made me choke. Anyway, listen, we're going to get past this. And we're going to go into, the last segment. So, I'm going to suggest, if you haven't liked the show, Amir Shakur Speaks, find us on air, and, let's deal with it. I think that we do enough good work. And look, the biggest loser of the week, like you said, is Mr. Trump. And someone said, I just want to show you this. The biggest loser of the year. Yeah, let's get him out of here too. We don't need him. Right now. We didn't even need him before. So that's what I said. So anyway, let's do my editorial, and I want you guys to clip this and notate it, because you guys know I end the segment with an editorial. And basically, this is what I want to say. I want to say this, okay? Amidst the noise, and as we wrap up today's broadcast, you got to remember, we are finding ourselves at a familiar crossroad once again. We're back at the shift between international diplomacy and the things that are going on in the confusion of the Middle East, as well as economic terror. Okay, let's use that word, economic terror at the gas pumps, but it's being felt right here in your own neighborhoods. So the world can often feel like a collection of headlines, and confusing headlines, to say the least, moving from too fast to too processed. But what we're about here, what we want to do is we want to give you a different perspective, because you get a caked out, sold down process on most days, and that's news. News isn't about that. and it's about good news, I should say, should be about keeping you informed. So when we look at things like the raising costs at the pumps or evaluating the landscape of our regional leadership or our national leadership, we just are looking at statistics. We're looking at the resilience of the community. Did you hear me? Let's get real. Let's keep this real. We are looking at the resilience of the community. Clip this. Whether it's a navigating closure of a major airline or advocating for better oversight in our local systems. And what really pisses me off and gets me upset, if you want to get me upset, is this the lack of compassion for humanity. A common thread in our collective ability to adopt and demand better for our children. For the least of these, it's just, it's just a shame that this administration won't rise up and see itself for what it could be, the institution that keeps people informed, keeps people protected. But we are in an era where information is abundant and clarity is rare, not just in purpose, but in action. And the goal remains simple. Let's cut through the rhetoric. Let's cut through the static. Let's get back to what we are supposed to do. We don't just want to watch history happen. We want to be a part of history. And if you are a neutron right now and you're on the fence, if you've been on the fence, you're almost worse than the oppressor because you're not helping us. So we need you to come on off the fence and let's get on to the fight. Let's participate in staying engaged and holding the front lines of truth no matter where you are, because you're not only you're fighting for the moment, but you're fighting for our future. So thank you for trusting me to bring the stories to you that shape our world. And from all of us here, I got a team of folks now who are working and staying vigilant and staying inspired. And we see you guys and as the vanguard on the front lines. Okay, let's be that vanguard. Let's be the global influencers to keep the community tight, to keep the information going, the information pipeline, and let's continuously pray for the best for not just our national community, internationally, but humanity abroad. All right, and that's me. I appreciate you guys. If you guys want to provide any feedback, please feel free to do so. It's my time. I am once again up. You can meet me tomorrow morning. And I just want to say thank you to our VIPs. What have you guys got to say? The community is resilient. Honored to be on the front lines. Morning glory, morning glory. All right, y'all. Listen, thank y'all for being VIPs. Thank you for being a part of this experience and sharing it with me. I'm so honored. I'm so honored to be trusted. And again, if you guys have something to say, please come into the chat. Say it, because your voice matters. Thank y'all again. That's my time. And I'll see you in the morning, 8 o'clock sharp. Let's do it. Let's be there. And may the Lord protect you as well. Thank you. I'm up. Peace out.